Dear students, welcome back. Hope this will be the last unit of the welding process. This time we will cover with welding defects. Let us go. And most of the welding process have this type of defects. Let us check with the ideal one. Then only we will get and understand, or we can make a comparison. This is an ideal weld. You can see it was fully penetrated, and just small amount of reinforcement is coming out from the surface. You can see what about the connecting surface. Everything is okay. And if you see some cracks are appeared in the weld as well as the side of the workpiece, this may be happened due to the high overheat input. If you are connecting the inconel materials, you will get if you are using high carbon content materials, you will get because of the hard phase of formation of carbides. And you can see some porosity is nothing but gases that have entrapped in the weld beads. If you are carefully adjusting the shielding gas flow rate, you will get, or sometimes you have to reduce the speed of the welding process, so that from there some gas anything is trapped or formed, it may be try to escape from the weld pool. So if your torch is moving very slowly, there is a contact time or melting time, and the solidification time from the liquid to solid will be more, so that there is a chance of escaping this air from the molten pool. So that's good. And undercut, if you are using sharp electrode with high ampere range, it will be most probably it will happen. You can see some extra projections are available here. It was some gap, okay, concave surface are available. So what is the effect of these three? Or if you see crack means there is joint is not perfect, so this will be act as a one part, this will act as a second part. So whenever you are applying the tensile load, it will easily penetrate and it will broken before it's reaching the high strength. What about the porosity? Yes, porosity nothing but I told you it's entrapped by gas. So instead of filling with material, some gases are there, means their strength will be 0. If more number of porosities appeared, what will happen? So this area will be covered with the more number of gas traps. So size of the porosity is high, there is empty space available, so strength automatically will reduce. Assume that what about the undercut? Yes, if you are going for fatigue and other things, it will start propagate from the surface level. So undercut will be very severe if you are going for fatigue analysis. So your component, if any component going to subject with a fatigue load and a fatigue load condition, you should check with whether undercut is available on the joint or not. Slag inclusion nothing but placement of foreign element. If you are not cleaning the electrode perfect, if you are not setting the ampere range perfect, there is a chance of mixing the electrode, it will melt and it will mix with the molten pool. I am talking about the tungsten electrode. And if you are using consumable electrode such as manual metal arc welding or MIG welding, if any moisture content, not a moisture content, any foreign element is in the electrode, if you are not carefully cleaning the electrode and other things, it will melt and it will deposit over here, so that also not good. Okay, and spatter, most probably if you are working with MIG welding as well as manual metal arc welding, you will get spatter. Spatter is nothing but small molten pool of electrodes, and the molten pool will be thrown away nearby the welding joints. It is due to the improper cleaning of the electrode and improper design of the electrode, that depth, diameter, not the depth, diameter, and their preparations. And incomplete fusion, that means that molten metal is not going to fill some gaps, so that also empty space, it will affect this joint strength. Incomplete penetration, you can see bottom side is not completely penetrated, that means only this much portion is covered, so strength will always reduce. Overlap means excess metal was deposit over here, so if you are correctly adjusting the welding speed, you can be avoid. So some other thing, misalignment, that means I want to make a butt joint, but while doing the welding process, one workpiece was getting up, so it is misalignment was taken place. It's not a lap joint. My aim is making butt joint. Excessive slag means nothing bori. If excessive third body element was deposited over here, so when you are removing, and you will get this empty space. Distortion is nothing but if you are not using any type of fixtures, most probably you will get because of the high temperature and cooling. After the cooling of the welding process, it will help, because workpiece is going to freely expand, there is no more stress, so it may be like this only. Excessive root penetration, you can see small portion is coming out from the workpiece thickness, that is called excessive penetration. That also severe, we have to clean it before we submitting to everybody. And you can see excessive penetration. Good penetration should be like this only, lack of penetration will be like this. So if you are applying the tensile load over here and here, this will be loose, that's it. Good penetration will be always withstand more than 100% of the original strength. If stainless steel, assume the stainless steel having the 400 MPa, 400 MPa means, let us check with the weld design. If you have designed it perfectly, it will give more than 400 MPa. If it is not, if you have any defects like this, it will be break within the range, very less. You will not get 100% joint efficiency or above. You can see underfill, you can see, and so spotters are marked over here, and the bead is not that much uniform. Here it is uniform, but here there is one shortage of material is available, that also not good. Porosity, you can see one small draft crack, it's propagated over here. You can see some spotter is available, some underfill is available. So these things are repeatedly happening. So you may ask one question, sir, how to reveal this cross section after making the welding process? Yes, for you guys I already made one small video clip how to process the material processing or welding, metallography sample extraction or processing of that I have already made. You may go to research or extra as a playlist, you search it, you will get. And you can see this is the original size after the weld, but it will not happen once you have made the weld. So distortion will happen. This is angular distortion, you can see this much, this is the original one, and this is the changes in the workpiece after the welding process. This angle is called angular distortion. And similarly, if it is happening with the longitudinal means it's a longitudinal, transverse means transverse. Okay, you can see how it's appeared over here. This is also one of the distortion. Angular distortion. So avoid the distortion, what should I do? I want to join these thick sheets, okay, for a lengthy line. So that what I will do, I can put some supporting plates like this. Then after that I have to go for welding. Can I start from here? No, first you have to do the welding process here, then you should go to here, then after that lastly you have to fill it over here, so that uniform cooling rate will be applied to overall the workpiece. This is called skip welding process, that you can see that now it's 1 2 3 4 5 6. Instead of going like this, we can go for this one. First you have to weld, second you have to weld here, third you have to weld here, so fourth you have to weld over here, fifth and sixth. This is called skip welding process. So that first if you are welding, temperature will be distributed from this side before it's reaching to, we will make a joint over here. So it will be as a same, before it reaching to, most of the temperature will be taken away from the convection as well as conduction losses and other losses. So your workpiece will be remain stability. You have to use this type of techniques. So how to measure the distortion? Yes, if you want, you can use some gauge, measuring meter gauge or micro gauge, whatever it might be, you can use, and you can make it as a various location, so that it will give some deviations or rolling numbers over here. That is that you have to measure what is the center, what is the edge. And if you want, you can divide it into equal number of square parts as like in the film. Then you can check what about the distortion each and every point. Then finally you can make a graph. It will give how much deviations are available or how much distortion is happen. Thanks for watching.